Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today's Thursday, December 29th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and then we'll get started shortly. So it's a couple things here to update. Unfortunately, YouTube's running kind of slow right now. So it's taking a while for me to get everything all updated. We should be able to get this done pretty quickly. So just let me finish setting this up and we should be good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium, and we should be ready for analysis. Let's get it right there. All right, cool. I'll give it a few moments for people to make their way in, and then we will get started shortly. All right, cool. All right, so as people start to make their way in, we'll take a look at US30 real quick on the higher time frames. So let's see who's here so far. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Saren. Morning, Maria. Morning, Karen. Morning, Peter. Morning, everybody. Guys, good morning. It's Thursday, December 29th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. Looking over here at US30 on the higher time frames, unfortunately, it does not look like we're going to have a breakout 2.0 again today. I was hoping that the market would either push up heavily over the Asia session so that we'll have the opportunity to have everything lined up. However, it did push up here on the 10-minute, but it did not push up here on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is still bearish right here. The 30-minute here is neutral. It's turning bullish, but it's still bearish at the moment currently. And then here on the 10-minute, obviously it's very bullish, right? So in order for us to have a breakout 2.0, we need to have the trend confirmed on all three time frames. Since we can't do that here now, there's not going to be an official, breakout 2.0. I'll mark up the entry with regard to the momentum here, not using the trend, but I'm not going to be taking the trade because I still consider that trade very risky. You guys can see from the results over here from this month, there were a lot of wins here, but there were some losses. Same with here on the entries with the trend. However, they're a lot more accurate. So for example, here on November, there weren't too many entries here, but they were all wins. There were a lot of entries here in November, but there were also a lot of losses. So I prefer to go with the trend for the trade that I actually take, but I'll mark it up here to show you guys, the possible entry if you guys do want to take it or take partial movement from it when the market does open. So, all right, looks like we're good. Morning, Peter. Morning, everybody. Looks like people are still making their way in. But other than that, I think we are pretty much good to go for the most part. Yeah, today's Thursday, so we have one more trading day this week. If you guys took the trade that I called in the premium group last night, USD-CHF. So I called this trade last night at about 6 o'clock. This was the entry right here. Obviously, you guys can see that it came down and it hit full TP right there. And then I locked in a total profit of about 500 on my account. So all wins for our we had all wins for all US30 trades this week on live, and then also all wins for all our Forex trades. So it's been a pretty decent week. I mean, it's been kind of choppy. We already anticipated it because it's the last week of the year to be trading. So you're gonna get a lot of uncertainty, a lot of manipulation. But we're still making use of it, and we're still taking advantage of, the entries that we can hop into. So for the most part, if you guys took any of the trades this week, they've been all wins. We have 2 minutes till market open, and we'll see what happens when the market here actually opens. So looking over here on the 10, 5, and 1, it's actually all bullish right here. So it looks like we'll probably be looking for some buys here with regard to our scalps on the momentum scalp and momentum scalp variation. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But other than that, I think that's about it for now. So, all right, guys, market is opening shortly. As I mentioned over here for the breakout 2.0, there's not going to be an official entry because there's no confirmation of trend. The 1 hour here is bearish, 30-minute here is bullish, or it's neutral actually, and the 10-minute here is bullish. So what I'll do here is I'll mark up TP stop loss. We're not taking this trade here, but I will mark up TP stop loss for the move. And then we will, I think this range might be a little too big, might be 1,000's better. And then we'll see how it plays out. But, as I mentioned, we're not going to be taking this trade here for a couple of reasons. The requirements here aren't met. Plus, there's just no confirmation of actual direction. So we'll see here when the market opens in the next 20 seconds. I'll just leave this here so you guys can follow it. But again, as I mentioned, I'm not going to be taking the breakout because it doesn't meet my criteria here with regard to the trend. So we'll have that set up right there. And then everything here is bullish. So looking over here at the requirements for the momentum scalp, confirm trading the direction of overall trend. Everything here is bullish on the 10-minute, 5-minute, and 1 minute. Looking over here for the momentum on the 10-minute, we have a buy signal there. Look for momentum here on the 5-minute. We have a momentum there. Look for momentum on here on the 1 minute, and that's where we'll have our entry. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Here's the entry for the breakout 2.0 without trend. Obviously, I want it with a trend, so I'm not taking this trade here, but we'll just leave it there so that you guys can follow it. I'm not in this position, so take it at your own risk if you want to, but I don't recommend taking it because of the riskiness of this type of entry. So here's the thing on the lower time frames. For the momentum scalp to provide us an entry for a buy, we need to make sure that everything here stays bullish. We can't have a sell signal here on the 10. We can't have a sell signal here on the 5. So one thing that we can look out for here on the 1 is if price ends up closing above the pivots, then this would technically be an entry for a momentum scalp. Let me go and mark up news real quick because I didn't even take a look at news. I know we had news this morning. It was unemployment claims right here at 5:30. So we had news at 5:30 and we have more news at 7:30. So we had news right here, 5:30 a.m., pretty much where this big push happened. And then we have news prep, our opening candle right here. And then we have more news over here at 7:30 coming on. So look over here on these higher time frames. This is why I want to take trades in the direction of the trend, right? Because you can see here that it's a little bit iffy because this here is bearish, this is a neutral bullish, and this is bullish here. So price can really go either way. It can either go up if it's going in the short term, or it can go down if it's going in the long term. So that's why I don't really mess with the entries here with regard to the breakout unless I have a full confirmation that price is going to continue in that direction. So even if price does close above this area here, we're going to have an issue because opening price is right there. So we need price to be away from opening price in order for us to take an entry. So let's see. Who else is here. Hey, James, how's it going? Morning. Rashida said, if 1 minute breakout aligns with the 10-minute 2.0, would that be a good confirmation? Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't look like we'll have one here yet because we have a sell momentum, Rashida, but if we do get a buy signal, then it'll be a good confirmation that this is likely to play out because they're going to go hand in hand, right? This is just going to give you the head start. So that was a good confirmation there that you mentioned, Rashida. So like, for example, if you really wanted to take the breakout 2.0, you could just wait for the 1 minute here to confirm, because if it does show here, it's typically going to keep pushing here on the 10 as well. So yeah, no, good eye on that. Goran said, hey there, Kodi, I'm looking for a breakdown, hopefully long-term. He's bearish for US30. It's gonna be crazy, it looks like. Yeah, no, it could go either way, Goran. So, the long term here on the 1 hour is bearish. So I would, if you're going for a long-term direction, long-term move, then yeah, I would base the entry off the 1 hour here. But it's like right in between the pivot. So this can really go either way. So I mean, we'll see. I'm not in any positions right now, so it's not really huge risk on my end, but yeah, it can really go in either direction. So I wouldn't really base anything off any bias because there's not really much of a bias here for me personally until we get a confirmation. I think the thing you want to look out for here, Goram, is if price ends up closing above here, then yeah, you might want to rethink the sell position there because it might be a swing to the upside. I think I'm still waiting for that Santa rally. So if you guys remembered what I mentioned earlier this week, typically at the end of the year, there's always this thing called a Santa rally for US30 where price ends up closing very bullish. It hasn't started yet. Typically it starts like on the 20th, but it might be starting today. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. And there we go, that big push to the upside. This is technically a variation, momentum scalp variation, but we can't take this trade here because it's crossing the opening price right here. And for 2, this candle here is just way too huge. So I wouldn't be taking that there specifically. Here we go with the entry right here. So Rashida, yes, if this closes with a buy signal, then this could possibly confirm the direction here for the breakout 2.0 without trend. So I might just have to change the name here where this will say with trend and then another one without trend because I just want to make sure that, there's no confusion there. I prefer to take it with the trend though. All right, so this candle right here. So here's the breakout. The momentum scalp variation right there. This would have been a full TP already, it looks like. Yeah, this already hit full TP. So if you guys take the momentum scalp variation there, not one that I would take because of the red flag here, obviously it's at opening price. This would have hit full TP. And then if you get a buy signal on this next one, this will be actual momentum scalp. Looking over here at the requirements, guys, I'll just break it down for you guys again. So looking over here for the first requirement, you want to confirm the overall trend on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minute time frames. Looking over here on the 10 minutes, obviously bullish here on the 1. You have a buy signal on the 10, 5, and then we have a buy signal here pending on the 1 minute as well. This here would be a momentum scalp entry if it does close. However, not one I'm going to take because it's at opening price right here. So it's at an area of manipulation where I don't want to be caught in. I think it'll play out. So this here would be the breakout, Rashida. So there you go, full TP on the momentum scalp. If you guys took that, great. This doesn't fit within my criteria, so that's why I didn't take the trade here. But I did mention that this is an actual entry. There was 2 entries here that came up, momentum scalp variation prior, right here, and then momentum scalp right there. So unfortunately, it was at opening price, so I couldn't take this trade. I don't like taking risky trades, and I don't like giving you guys risky trades. I want to give you guys trades that I know are for sure going to hit full TP. So obviously the red flags right here. When to avoid trades when price is near opening price, which is this blue line right here. So sticking to my criteria and my discipline, even though I knew that this was an entry here for 2 of our entries right here, I didn't take it because price was at opening price. So I'd rather miss a trade than take a risky one and then lose it, right? That's just my criteria. So if you guys took it, great. If you guys didn't take it, it's okay. Breakout 2.0 is running right here. It's almost on its way to full TP. Breakout 2.0 without trend. So let me just go ahead and put an alert right there. US30. All right, so I got an alert right there. Not sure if anyone's in it. I'm not in the position, but we'll just follow it. We're still testing the strategy anyways. So you guys can see how lucrative this strategy can be if it is applied properly. If we had a trend here, I for sure would have taken the buy, which would align with, the 1 minute and lower time frames. But unfortunately, I'm still holding off on this right now for the moment. Let's see. Let's see, Paul's here in the chat. Paul said, hey, Sean, it's been a while. I lost the funded account, so I decided to give up trading altogether. I'm a lot happier now. Went back to church, have a girlfriend, gonna be a butcher. Wanted to say more, but I'm limited on the number of characters. Oh, Paul, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad to see that you're back here in the group, at least. I mean, even if you're not trading, just to be here to hang out with us, because I know you were part of the group. You were very active for a while. And I do see that you kind of took a break or you just, stopped for a while. But yeah, no, it's unfortunate that you lost the funded account, but I'm glad that everything's looking up, right? You got to keep in mind, guys, that trading can be for everyone, but it's not for everyone, right? If trading is like taking a toll on your life in general and your happiness, then you guys should maybe either give up trading or take a break from it. That's typically what you guys should do, because trading should never be something to negatively affect your life, as a whole. So no, but I'm glad to hear, Paul. I'm glad to see that you're back here in the chat. Even if you're not trading with us, we're still here. So if you ever want to hang out with us, feel free to hop into the chat. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Let's see. Peter over here said, looks like it's going to fill the gap on the 1 hour. Let me check the 1 hour real quick. Yeah, the 1 hour here, it did gap down below right here. And this is what Peter's mentioning, that it's going to, swing right back up. So we'll see where that goes. Let's see. Yeah, Paul said, I did learn that trading was not for me. And that's a good thing, Paul, because, the thing is, it's better that you actually tried and you figured out whether it's for you or not. The thing with trading is that, like, if you don't have the mindset for it, it's always going to eat you up, especially if you eat losses. So just keep that in mind, guys. So Paul's an example here. And I'm glad, that you found another alternative to this, because trading is stressful, guys. If you guys don't have a proper plan down, or you don't have your trade psychology down, it is going to be stressful. For me, it's not stressful because I'm used to it. It's kind of like second nature for me. It's like we're just hanging out basically every morning, trading from 6:30 to 8. But yeah, it does get difficult at times. All right, so looking over here on the higher time frames, the breakout 2.0 is still running. This is without trend. Once it hits, I'll give you guys the update. But looking over here for the momentum scalp. So in order for us to have an entry here for the momentum scalp, we need a retracement to happen, right? So looking over here, everything's lined up. If you look over here on the 1 minute, everything is still bullish. 10 minutes bullish, 5 minutes bullish, 1 minute's bullish. Momentum here on the 10 minute is there. Momentum here on the 5 minutes there. Now we need a buy signal here on the 1 minute to take our entry, which we don't have yet. So not going to FOMO into this move here. I know it's a little tempting to hop into this and just try to catch the last push right here of this breakout 2.0, but I'm not going to do it. I mean, if you guys want to do it, just make sure you take it with a proper risk and you guys aren't just hopping in and, FOMOing into these trades. So the thing is, because my analysis here is conflicting, right? I'm looking for a retracement here, but on the breakout 2.0, people are looking for this to just blast through and hit TP. So of course, I want this to blast through and hit TP. Best case scenario, price breaks above, blast through TP, and then it retraces, right? So that whoever's in this breakout here can at least lock in their profits. And then when it retraces right here, we just hop right back in and ride this up higher. Hey T, how's it going? Morning, Nick. All right, cool. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for here. I'm not chasing this move at all. I know it'd be nice if if you get in it right here and just blast right through, right? That'd be nice. But what you guys have probably experienced a lot of times is whenever you guys FOMO into a trade, it never plays out, right? It typically does the opposite, and you start to be stressed out because you're in drawdown. So I don't recommend anyone FOMO into that move there. I would just wait for confirmation for entry, which we don't have yet. So just got to be patient, no need to force anything here, guys. Here we go. Deswell, nice work, Deswell. So Deswell here took some trades prior, hop into the breakout right here. Total profit of 2,130 for the day. Nice work, Deswell. Yeah, great work right there. Patrick over here as well. So Patrick took my USD CHF call last night. Damn, locked in some pretty big profit right there. Patrick, I got to start taking some of your lot sizes. So he took a double trade over here, both full TP. Looks like he got in right here, and then he got in late. So he got in for a late entry, basically doubled down on the position. locked in a total profit of 3,121. He also took the breakout right here, a total profit of 700 off that. So total profit in general, US30 and my call from last night, total profit of 3,121 for the day. Great work, Patrick. And then we also had James last night as well. If you guys saw, James posted his profits here either last night or this morning. He locked in a total profit of 1,482 for my USD CHF call right here. So great work, guys. I mean, I locked in some pretty good profit too, not as much as you guys because I'm going off risk percentage. So I'm about up 1,000 for my Forex trades, and I'm up like about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 6,000 on my US30 trade. So I'm up about like 8,000 for the week. We only took a couple trades this week, so it's been pretty nice. It's just all about patience and discipline, guys. I haven't been forcing any trades, so I haven't taken too many trades, but in general, all the trades that I've taken this week have all been wins. So just keep that in mind. It's all about consistency, focusing on wins, not really focusing on the big profits. If you guys just focus on that, you should have no problem being consistently profitable. So here we go on the breakout 2.0. It's almost at full TP. Probably just a few moments until it actually blasts through it, but you can see here that it's starting to retrace a little bit. So it's got to be a little careful with like how this stuff here is moving, because we're doing everything step by step. So until we get this retracement here, that's where you'll have to, make your move. So we don't have the retracement here. I'm looking for a sell signal to come up. Once a sell signal comes up here, I want it to close below the pivots. And then when it comes back up above it, right here, this is going to be a momentum scalp variation. From there, we can take our buy, and take our full TP. We'll just ride this up with the breakout entry takers as well. So nice work, guys. Let's see. Darko said, hello, everyone new in the field, but I really like the way Sean explains things. Thanks, Darko. Yeah, if you have any questions, always feel free to pop your questions in the chat. My goal here is really to help you out, because you guys can see it. I'm pretty profitable with just trading, and I'm consistent. So when I help you guys out, it doesn't really like hinder my ability to trade, because this is just like second nature to me. So yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, don't feel afraid or embarrassed to ask, because everyone has to start somewhere. And I'm pretty sure I've got the answers to pretty much all your questions. I've made enough mistakes to know the answer to pretty much basically all the questions you guys have. Let's see. Goran said, how did you learn all this? Sent you a connection, Sean, on LinkedIn. Yeah, I'll check that out later, Goran. So I learned all this stuff from scratch. I mean, I never had a mentor. I never paid for a course. I kind of just learned everything from like trial and error. I learned everything from YouTube, Google. I've been trading for like about 12 years now. So I wasn't very profitable in the beginning for like probably the first 4 years. But eventually things just started to click. I'm more of a kind of jump into things and figure out on the way type person. So, and I'm glad it worked out that way, because then I was able to like learn all the bad strategies, so I know what not to use and figure out what works best for me. Deswell said, hey, Sean, what are your profits for this month? I'd have to log into my account over here, but I'm doing pretty all right. I mean, for all of my accounts in total, I think I'm probably up maybe 20 or 30, because we didn't take too many trades during December. It was like a very choppy month. So including my Forex plus all of my US30 accounts, MFF, US, FTMO, and TFF, it's probably around like 20 or 30. Not a lot. It's because we didn't take that many trades this month. I mean, we took a decent amount of trades, but nothing too crazy. So like looking over at the results for the month so far, because I've only been taking like the scalps, right? So like for here on the live session, so I mean, I could just do basic math here. It's like 15 times 1,000 per trade, and it wasn't always 1,000. So we'll be conservative and just say like 800, because sometimes there's slippage, and sometimes I didn't get full TP on all the trades. So maybe we'll do like 600 per trade. So 9,000 times 6. Actually, I probably made a lot more now that I've done the math here. Actually, and then yeah, so I probably made around this much, but this is across all the accounts. If I divide that by 6, so I only made like maybe 9 or 10 per account. but then I have multiple accounts, so you just multiply that by 6, 54. So I think I might have had a pretty good month so far in total, but I don't really look at profits. So that's the key thing too, guys. Whenever you guys are looking at your trades, just focus on winning. Don't focus on the profits, because if you guys look at the profit number, that's where you start to get greedy and you start to lose trades. For me, I just focus on winning every single trade. You guys have seen for December over here, we have no losses. So it's been a great month so far. For December, November too, we had 16 wins and 1 loss. October, we had 18 wins and 3 losses. And I mean, every month we've only had like a few losses, not that many. But I've been very consistent this month, so I haven't been losing anything. I'm only looking for those quality entries every single time. So I've been doing okay. Otani said, good morning, bro. I've been calling you Kodi. But do you prefer Sean? Sorry, it doesn't matter. Either one is fine. Otani. Kodi, Kai are my dog's names. I'd show you guys them, but they're like knocked out right here. So if you follow me on social media, you guys will see what my dogs look like. Those 2 dogs are Kodi and Kai. My name's actually Sean, but it's okay. You guys can call me whatever you like, Kodi or Sean. Still no entries here, guys. The breakout 2.0 is still on its way to full TP. Still waiting for that to push out. I'm not in this position, so this isn't going to count. And I didn't take any of these positions here, so these are not going to count either. The only trades that count toward the results, guys, are the ones that I actually take. So even though we had 2 wins right here, they're not going to count towards results because I didn't take them myself. I try to be as transparent as possible, trade live with you guys every day to show you guys what's the realistic profits that you guys can make if you guys do trade with me every single morning. Let's see. Ross is asking, hey, Sean, what is that orange line at the top of your chart? The orange line right there is an alert. So this is the alert. So if the breakout 2.0 hits full TP, it'll just let me know so I can give you guys an update in the chat so that you guys can pull out if you guys are in that position. Because I know some of you guys here wait for me to actually announce that it's hit TP before you guys pull out. And I just want to confirm, because I don't want you guys to hold on to the position for too long where it'll end up, going reverse on you. So it's just an alert line, nothing specific. Some more profits over here. So let's see, Rashida over here. She got a total profit of 365 off US30 this morning. Nice work, Rashida, off her first account. And then she has another account over here with her Forex trades, USD CHF, total profit of 3,602. Nice work, Rashida. Yeah, it looks like you doubled up on your positions here. You kind of just added a couple and then added up pretty nicely. So that's not bad. What's cool is like when I see people make more profits on their Forex trades versus their US30 trades, because Forex, it tends to be like a lot more difficult for people versus US30 during the live session, because we're not actually live taking these trades. But I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here are like eating up these trades that we've been taking. David over here as well. He's currently up about 100, 200, 300, 400, about 500 for the day across all of his accounts. Nice work right here, David. Took trades in both directions and locked in some solid wins so far. All wins, no losses. Rashida again over here, 300, 3,000. Deswell over here, 2,130. Kevin over here, nice work, Kevin. Kevin over here on his FTMO, he's up 14,430 for the day. All wins and no losses. Nice work, Kevin. Yeah, I haven't seen you around in a while, Kevin. Glad to see that you're back here, still killing it. Gosh, yeah, I figured you'd be done for the new year. So yeah, Kevin said just playing around with the FTMO trial account because he's done with trading his accounts until the new year. Yeah, no, and that's a smart idea, Kevin. So nice work right there, 14,430. He's just playing around with this account because he's done with actual trading for the year. I figured that was why he took a break. Nice. He's been on vacation. Yeah, hopefully you're somewhere warm, not over here on the where it's been cold. It's been freezing here for the past couple of days. I know a lot of people have been going to like Hawaii and stuff where it's been pretty nice. Some more profits over here. So we've got Jack over here. Jack said start a new account yesterday, London pre-market. He's been trading for 2 years, but he's been here for about a week and it has helped him a lot to improve his trading. Small TPs are great for him. Yeah, and same with me. Jack. Also, right here is US30, full profit of 5,205 for the day. All wins, no losses. Nice work, Jack. You're Jack, right? Sorry, let me check your screen name. Just want to make sure. Okay, Jack, yeah, because your username is different. I want to make sure I was calling you the right name. Okay, Jack, perfect. Yeah, so Jack over here is up 5,205 for the day. Nice work. And then we've got Ross over here, total profit of 9,223. Great work right here. He traded some gold last night, it looks like, and then the US DCHF trade we took, and then also a US30 this morning. So nice work, Ross. Great job with your consistency there. All right, guys, back to US30 over here. Don't worry, we're not missing any trades here. There just hasn't been anything that has come up. As you guys can see, price is retracing pretty hard here, but we don't have a sell signal yet. Once we get a sell signal here, so what I'm looking for is momentum scalp variation. So let's go back to the 5-minute here. It's still bullish. 10-minute here is still bullish. So the overall trend is still bullish for us. There's no problem with that. What I'm looking for here is a sell signal to close. And then once this closes here, going down step by step, let me just go down the steps real quick. So we've already confirmed overall trend. We need to confirm retracement momentum signal, which we don't have here yet. We need this sell signal here to come up to confirm the retracement. Once we have that, we can move on to step 3, confirm price close past pivots and retracement. So once this here closes below, that's going to be the retracement. Once we get that sell signal, that's also going to confirm it. Lastly, here on the format on step 4, you just want to confirm that price closes again in correction. Once we have that, then we can take the trade, but we don't have the sell signal here. So until we get a sell signal that comes up, we can't confirm the retracement yet. So we need the retracement here to confirm before we can take any entry. And same with the momentum scalp. So we can't take any entries here. If you look down the list of requirements, we've already confirmed the trend. We've confirmed momentum on the 10, momentum on the 5. We now need momentum here on the 1 in order for us to take entry. So, it's really just going to be a bit of patience here and just discipline, waiting for the sell signal to come up. I don't recommend anyone fall into these moves here. You just got to wait for it to play through. Deswell said, not going to lie, if I didn't love my job, I would have quit a long time and become a full-time trader. Yeah, no, I agree with you too, Deswell. Seeing your pictures when you're flying over and trading on your phone is pretty cool. Deswell is a pilot. So if you guys have been part of the group for a while, Deswell has been with us for years now, right? And he's been pretty consistent with trading, but I'm sure you get a kick out of flying, which is cool too. Yeah, one of my buddies, he actually just started taking flying lessons. I might start taking some with him. I mean, it's kind of scary, but it looks cool. It looks cool if you know what you're doing, I guess. Let's see. So we're still waiting for this here to retrace. Still no retracement yet. If it comes up and hits the TP here, then great. Whoever took the breakout, you guys will have your full TP. It's still running right there. But in order for us to take an entry here, we need to get that retracement. So I'm fine with either way. If this comes up and hits full TP, then, congrats to whoever's taking the breakout. But in order for us to take any of these entries here, we need to have that retracement. So we just got to wait for it. It's a game of patience. Yeah, exactly. Gordon said, trading is such a patience skill. Yeah, I know it really is. It's hard to have the discipline to just wait, right? Because I know a lot of you guys want to FOMO into a trade and just hop in real quick, but it's best to actually wait for the requirements to be met. I put the requirements there for a reason. So it's got to wait for these to be met. Once it's met, we can take the entries. And then we also have news coming up here at 7. Thanks, PC, for the heads up. Is it 7 or 7:30? Let's see. So we have one here at 7. Let me check my FX book. 7:30. Okay. Yeah, no problem, PC. It's all good. Yeah, we have news coming up here at 7 and then at 8. So we got 2 news events actually coming up, but 8 o'clock should be fine because I don't think we're going to be trading past 8 today. It's not exactly the best time to take risky trades. So it looks like price is pushing up. It's about to blast through TP here for the breakout. This is a breakout 2.0 without trend. So we'll see if this pushes through. If it does, great. If it doesn't, it's okay. I think eventually it will push through it. Yeah, no, definitely. Deswell said 4 years strong with K2. I watched on YouTube for about a year. Then COVID came and he went all in. Yeah, no, exactly. Deswell, I remember you were in here for a while asking a lot of questions, and then you finally pulled the trigger. Now you're finally in. So no, it's good. And it's good to see your growth. I mean, it's good to see everybody's growth. You know, I've been trading with you guys here for a long time, so I've seen a lot of you guys grow from brand new traders to very successful, profitable traders. I mean, even better than me. That's probably like the craziest thing, right? Seeing a lot of you guys start from like not knowing anything, and then you guys are actually making a lot more profit than me. I probably have more discipline, but you guys are definitely making pretty good profit. You know, trading based off my analysis, which is always a good thing. Let's see. Malharvey vlog is asking US30, please. This is US30. So YM is the actual asset. If you guys are not familiar with YM is the future. So US30 is not a real asset. It's a synthetic asset, right? It's just a copy of this. So indices are just copies of the actual future. So if you look at NASDAQ is a copy of NQ. NQ is the actual future data. That's why an ES over here is the same thing as S&P. So S&P copies ES. NASDAQ 100 copies NQ. This is the actual NASDAQ 100. And US30 copies YM, which is the future. The reason why we use future data is because we need the actual data. We're not pulling data from the broker. We're pulling data from the actual exchange. So there's no lag in data sometimes. Because if you guys look at any of the indice brokers, you'll see that each broker has different pricing, right? If you pull up US30, this data that you're pulling is from the broker. But for us, we're trading YM. So you can see we're pulling this from the actual exchange, the Chicago Board of Trade. So we have the raw data. That's why we use YM, because it's faster. If you're day trading, you need to have the fastest data, because if you don't, then you can get caught in like bad trades because you might be entering too late or entering too early if you're trading off other broker data. So that's why I personally use YM here, but YM is the same thing as US30. All right, the breakout 2.0 hit full TP, guys. If you guys are in the position, great. If you guys aren't, it's okay. You don't have to take this position here because I did consider it to be risky. That's why I didn't take it myself. So this is not going to count towards the results. I'm just going to give you guys an update in the group so that you guys can be aware and you guys can understand the 2.0 here. So full TP on the breakout 2.0 without trend. Entry on the live session for a gain of. So this trade is not going to count towards results, guys. I'm just posting this here because I know a lot of you guys wait for this to be posted before you guys exit the trade. I'm not counting this as the results. This is just going to be a trade that we're testing. And I'm just showing you guys here, you know, everything here that lines up. So this over here is solid. Yeah, I know, definitely. Medvest said a 10-minute strategy still rocks. The one you were using 2 years ago. Yeah, I know. This is the same strategy. It's just you kind of enter like at a different time. So yeah, it still works pretty well. It's just I don't use it as much because the entry comes kind of late. I think this breakout 2.0 is a lot better because you can take it immediately on open. So it makes it a lot easier. Question from DeAndre. He's asking, do you ever trade NASDAQ? So I don't trade it. Well, actually, I have traded it myself, but I don't necessarily trade it often. The reason why, and I talked with this to Maddie, the reason why it's difficult for me to trade NASDAQ is because a lot of the entries that come up here for US30 come up at the same time as NASDAQ. So it's a little difficult for me to scalp both because I'd have to have both open. I mean, one thing that I can possibly do in the future is I can probably get another screen, like a totally different screen, and then have NASDAQ open on a separate screen, right? So I can look at these two at the same time. I don't trade S&P because S&P is literally the same thing as US30. So the two things that I could possibly trade would be YM US30 and NQ NASDAQ, because they're not exactly the same, but the entries do come up around the same time. So I don't personally trade it too often. I've traded it maybe twice, and it works perfect. You guys can see here the other entries. There's another buy signal here. This thing aligned with the buy signal here earlier, right? This thing came up at 635, and then this one came up over here at 640. So you could have taken both entries. You could have taken this here for a buy, and you could have taken this one here for a buy, and they both would have been full TPs. The strategy works on both assets. Doesn't matter if it's US30, NASDAQ, S&P. You can see the entry came up here as well. Same exact time, 630. So you could have taken that same buy entry for S&P, buy entry right here for NASDAQ, And obviously buy entry over here for US30 or YM, whatever you guys want to call it. All would have hit full TP. And another one that works is gold as well. So I personally don't trade gold, but I'd rather trade NQ over gold, that's for sure, because gold here is a mess sometimes, but it does work on here as well. So just an FYI if you guys want to try it, but I personally don't trade it myself because it conflicts with my analysis of US30 sometimes. Nice. Zach said just hit full TP on a gold momentum scalp variation. Nice. Oh yeah, I see that right here. When it came above. Nice work, Zach. Question from Trader Forex. He's asking, what is your MQL5 account? I don't know. I don't use MQL5. Trader Forex. I've never used that before, so I don't have one. Barty's asking, can we scalp US30 in Asia and London session as well? Yeah, I mean, you can scalp it whenever you want, but the volatility is going to be a lot slower during Asia session, Barty. So I don't necessarily recommend it. I've traded during Asia before. You guys have seen my profit. Sometimes I'll get on the live session and I'm already up like a lot of profit. Some members in the group do trade during that time, but I personally don't recommend it. London may be okay because the volatility picks up a bit. But if you're going to trade during those sessions, you're better off trading those assets, right? So if you want to trade during Asia session, then trade the Japanese indice, right? Trade the JPN. I don't know, what is it, like 255 or something? There's an indice for the Asia market. So if you want to trade Asia session, I would recommend trading the Nikkei. I think it's like Nikkei 255 or 250. And then if you want to trade London, trade the UK 100, right? UK 100 is going to align with NASDAQ, either UK 100 or, man, what's the other one? I know they changed it. It was, I have it on my list here. The DAX. You could trade the DAX 30. So you could trade the DAX. If you want to trade during London, trade the DAX to the UK, because this is the same thing. You can see here the DAX, it's exactly like US30, but it moves during London session. So it's the German 40. You can trade the German 40 during London. You can trade UK 100 during London. You could trade the JP 255 during the Japan index during Asia session. So you don't have to trade US30 during these times. You can if you want, but the volatility is usually a lot slower. You can see here during London session, it moves a little bit, but then it slows down. Asia session, it's super flat. So I don't know if I would trade during Asia. Sometimes it's moving, but most of the time it's not. So I wouldn't necessarily trade it myself. I personally just stick to my routine. I'm on a typical routine. I just trade in the morning from 6:30 to 8. That's about it. So I trade for about an hour and a half, make my profits, and then I call it a day. And I do whatever I want for the rest of the day. So let's see what else we've got over here. So still no retracement here. I'm looking for the sell signal. Until the sell signal here closes, there's not going to be an entry for me. So we're still patiently waiting for the sell signal to come up, which hasn't came up yet. And we just got to wait for it. Maddie said a V2. Nice. Oh, this one right here, Maddie. Yeah, solid. Yeah, so Maddie over here, apply the variation too. You know, if you guys are new here, you guys are probably not familiar with these other strategies, but if you guys have been around for a while, I have a long list of strategies that you guys can apply that still work perfectly fine. I have about like 20 strategies here. So if you guys are in the group and you guys have access to my strategies and my indicators, you guys can apply whatever you like, right? It's up to you, whatever you guys want to apply. But for these live sessions, I'm only applying these 2 strategies here. The reason I'm doing this is because these are the most highly profitable strategies that I have that can work in pretty much all market conditions. And this prevents a lot of confusion when you guys are confused about which strategy we're applying. But yeah, Maddie over here took the variation right there. You know, the strategy for that's right here. It's called the variation 2, 1 minute variation V2. And this is the one that Maddie is talking about. Right there. So or I think he took a continuation. So maybe not that one. He said he took a continuation, which is going to be this one right here. I have a lot of strategies, guys. So if you guys want to watch this and learn any of these strategies, just go onto my website, kodikaitrades.com, click on unlock your free access, and then you guys can get access to pretty much all the strategies here. And if you guys want to watch all my previous live sessions, click on this right here. And then here's the YouTube channel. If you scroll down, I have playlists here. These are all live results from every day. You can see that we've gone like about 3 years, with not at least one person profiting. So every single day, there's someone's profiting, whether they're applying the live session trades or their own. Mentoring sessions right here, live sessions right here, strategies right here, trades of the week down here. You guys can just view everything on the YouTube channel. Yeah, no, definitely. Maddie said perfect analysis on the signals too. He left a runner for it. Nice. Solid. All right, so price is still continuing up right here. We don't have the retracement yet, guys. I don't recommend anyone chase this move here because, price is overextended. You can see how far price is pushed up from down here. The only thing that this means is that it's due for retracement. It's pushed up about 1,115 pips. Sorry, 1,150 pips. Pushed up right there. So it may retrace at some point. It's just a matter of time until it does. So I wouldn't want to get caught up on this. Let's see. Pablo says, smash the like and share the stream. Thanks, Pablo. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, if you guys haven't already done so, if you guys could like the stream, that'd be good because I know a lot of you guys here are new. If you guys like the stream, it helps the video show up on a lot of other people's feeds, and that'll help other people figure out what we're doing and help grow our community even more. Because my goal here is to help you guys out. I make a lot of profit from just trading, so I don't really need to promote the group as much. That's why I don't really promote it at all. If you guys found me, it's probably by random. It's not because I reached out to you and told you, hey, check this channel out, right? I typically don't share my stuff too much because I don't want too many people using my strategies. But I've been using these strategies for about 3 or 5 years now. Been trading live for about 5 years. So it's been great. I mean, nothing wrong's happened. We've had a couple of new strategies, but they're just variations to what we're already applying. See, Barack said, he said, can't imagine I broke my own holiday rules. Couldn't resist coming to see that 100-point gain with the V2. Yeah, no, exactly, Barack. The new breakout 2.0 is really nice. I just thought of it last week because a lot of people were asking me, the problem with the original breakout is that there's a lot of subjectivity to it. You have to look for a strong candle. A lot of people don't identify it properly. So with this 2.0, you don't have to really identify anything. You just have to look for momentum. And then when the market opens, you just enter the trade and you let the trade run. So yeah, no, it's pretty solid, Brock. Yeah, Brock said, happy holidays, Sean. K2, good to hear you doing all these exploits here. Don't have an account for now, but waiting for January week 2. Yeah, definitely, Brock. Yeah, this is a risky week to trade, guys. So just keep that in mind when you guys are taking trades. During this week, this is the last week of the trading year. So typically, there's this thing called the Santa rally, which is kind of what's happening right here. See how price is swinging up like this? Towards the end of the year, we typically get this Santa rally. It's like a Santa sleigh, right? Where the sleigh's going up, comes down, goes up, comes down, and then just keeps going up higher and higher and higher, because obviously Santa's got to make it to the North Pole, right? So it's just a trading saying that happens at the end of the year. Yeah, sure, Patrick. Patrick's asking, hey, Sean, can you put the breakout 2.0 rules back on the screen again? Yeah, it's right there. I'll send them in the group, Patrick, so you can just have them there. There you go, Patrick. You can just copy it there so it's easier. You don't miss any of the requirements. So we got some more profits here from Maddie. Maddie over here locked in 2,107 off this account. This is all of his Forex trades right here. Nice. Looks like he took a couple entries right there, Maddie. He said risk 1%, let the other 3 run with stop to profit. Nice work, Maddie. So he locked in a huge profit right there, actually. He closed 2 of them early, and then he let the runners run full TP. And then Maddie again over here on his US30 account, or the more trades right here he added on, he's now up 2,882 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. All right, cool. If you guys have more profits to post up, feel free to post them up. Otherwise, we are still waiting here for the retracement. This is just me being disciplined, not chasing these moves here. This is discipline all you guys need, because I'm sure you guys have realized that when you guys do chase a trade like this, like you guys see it's pushing up right here, and you guys think there's no way the price can come back down, right? What typically happens when you guys chase a trade like this, as soon as you enter, price goes in a drawdown, right? So just don't chase it. Wait for the retracement. So price is already pushed up right here. Retrace slightly, pushed up higher. Now I'm looking for another retracement here. And I want to catch that as it continues up higher from that point. So push up, retracement, push up, retracement, push up. Right there. It's just waiting. Let's see. Maddie said that internship with you really helped me too. Got me back on track. Thanks for definitely, Maddie. That's key. Yeah, no, if you keep meeting with me weekly, it's going to help you get better. It's just going to keep you on track. Because I know discipline's been like your hard part with getting this really down. But if I keep checking you, it's you're bound to find that consistency. Let's see, question from Will. Will is asking, hey, Sean, I was wondering, I know losses are part of the game, but would you say that if you follow everything with discipline, you will rarely lose? For example, I think you said this year you had 17 losses. Some of those losses were due to not being disciplined. I was just curious. So losses are going to happen, Will. Like if you look over here, I did a back test of the breakout 2.0, right? There's going to be some days where the market's just going to hit you, it's just going to move, and it's not going to move in your favor, right? So looking over here at the breakdown, so this one over here for the momentum with trend, this one over here, it should have been skipped. I mean, I don't know why I put a loss here. This should have been a no trade because there was inflation news released. But this trade over here on the 29th, this one was a loss and there's no reason behind the loss. Everything else was a straight win aside from this one right here. So yeah, I mean, if you're disciplined and you just follow, because these are all based off the requirements, right? If you take every trade based off every requirement here, you should have a very profitable month. Here in November, there was like literally no losses, but there was a lot of days with no trades. So a lot of these could have been losses. But if you were to, be consistent with just with sticking to your rules, then yeah, you probably would have literally no losses. Looking over here at the results, let me check the results real quick. And don't worry, guys, we're not missing anything here. We're still waiting for the retracement that hasn't happened yet on this chart. So until we get the retracement, there's no entry. But looking over here, let me just delete this. Sorry, we get like these scammers that pop into the chat sometimes. I try to delete them as soon as possible. Yeah, looking over here at the profits or just not even the profits, it's just the wins, Will, for the year so far. You can see that my discipline here has been like super on point because we've had no losses in December. We had one loss in November. A lot of these losses here that happen are due to my mistake. It's usually me skipping steps because, sometimes my discipline does get screwed up sometimes, or my trade psychology is not there. But you can look for like these other months, like March, we had 0 losses. I was on point that month. April here, zero losses. I was basically on point all of March, April, and May. So March, April, and May, we had 0 losses because my discipline was on point. There's going to be some days where my discipline is just not there. Or there's going to be some days where people are asking me questions and my discipline isn't on point because I'm getting distracted. So yeah, I mean, like what you said, if you're able to be disciplined, you'll be able to have, maximize your wins, but losses are going to happen. So when the losses do happen, you just have to eat the losses and move on. So typically if I ever lose a trade, I just call it a day. I don't trade anymore because I know that my trade psychology is not there. And that's usually my threshold. So we have such a high win rate here because I'm very disciplined and consistent with my trading strategies. So like, for example, here, there's no entries here for momentum scalp. So we've literally just been hanging out for like the past 30 minutes or so until we have these here that line up. Yeah, no problem, Will. This is just a long-term game. Like I've been trading for so long that this is kind of what I've taken away from my losses. If you guys look at my results from last year wasn't as good. it was okay, but it wasn't as good. So let me go over here real quick to, we'll go to December 31st of 2021 or January 1st. So we had a lot more trades, but a lot of these trades were lucky trades. So for last year, 2021, we took 408 wins and 34 losses. This is because we were applying like a lot of strategies. Like for example, here, I'm only applying 2 strategies, but last year I was applying like every single strategy. So we had a lot more wins here, but we also had a lot more losses. So you can see the difference here, right? 2021, I had 408 wins and 34 losses compared to this year. I have, let's see, 169 wins and 17 losses because I'm more disciplined here, taking more quality entries versus taking every single entry that comes up. The results from the year before that, December 2020. So December 2020, I had 91 wins and 25 losses. So you guys can see over the years, I've gotten a lot better at trading. I have a lot more wins and I have a lot less losses. So I still have a positive percentage rate here, 91 wins and 25 losses, but it got better in 2021. And then this year it got even more better because I'm just more disciplined with my trading. So yeah, no, it's been pretty solid. It's just, and all these trades are all documented. So if you go on the YouTube channel and you go to live right here, you guys can scroll down as far as you want. You guys can see all of my live sessions. So if you guys ever want to go and fact check me, go ahead and fact check me. I actually prefer you guys go and fact check me because if you guys see anything missing there, I can fix it. So I don't want to go back and watch every single video, but I have years and years of live sessions here. So if you guys want to go back and see, oh, did Sean really lock in those many wins, right? Go back and view the videos and you guys can see, because all my live sessions here are recorded. I trade every single day, Monday through Friday. Yeah, I kind of like when someone wants to fact check me because it helps me like confirm if I missed anything or if I need to change anything in the YouTube channel. I just got too many videos. I have like over 2,000 videos uploaded to YouTube. So it takes me a long time to get through all of them, having to edit and make any changes here. But anyways, there's still no entries here, guys. Waiting for the sell signal to come up. Has not come up yet. Market volatility is dying down too. As we get closer to 8, volatility starts to slow down a bit. Let's see. Yeah, Dijon over here said, yeah, prevents a lot of dumb trades that a person might take without discipline. He used to take a lot of dumb losses. And when he finally got the hang of it back in November, he took about 5 losses to about 25 plus wins. Helps a lot. Yeah, definitely, Dijon. It's really all about mindset, guys. You guys can be using the most mediocre strategy out there. But if you guys have the proper discipline and trade psychology, you guys should be perfectly fine. Fernando's asking, can we get the spreadsheet? Yeah, sure. So let me just tag you in it, Fernando, because I posted it up here, I think on Monday. Fernando, I'm gonna tag you in it. I don't think you're in this group. Which group are you in, Fernando? So if you could, or actually, I can probably forward it to you on. I don't know if you're in this one. I don't think you're in any of these groups, Fernando. Did I send you the links, right? Let me just forward this to you. I'll just send it to you here. Yeah, so go to these links right here, Fernando. These links up here, and then you'll be in the groups, the ones that I sent you. But I just forwarded you the sheets right there for the 2.0. If you guys want to go test it yourself, feel free to test it as well. It'll help you guys understand the entries there. Yeah, sure, Barack, I got you too. Let me just I know you have a bunch of different, I mean, your username keeps changing. I think it's this one. There you go. Sent it over to you, Brock. Camo said 408 wins, 34 losses. Who has a better record? Dude is fire. Thanks, Camo. Yeah, you know, it's hard to believe sometimes. Like, I mean, it's hard for me to believe too. Every time I see like, for example, I didn't know I did that good this year until we saw how many wins I had, because it starts to add up over the months. I mean, it's pretty high. 169 wins, 17 losses for the year so far. And the thing is, this year's been kind of choppy too. It wasn't even a good year. It was kind of all over the place. All right, so we got this over here pending sell signal. If this finally closes right here, then we might have opportunity to finally make an entry. We need this sell signal here to close, and then if it swings right back up, then we'll have opportunity to make entry, but we need this sell signal here to actually close. So this one's going to close in about 2 seconds. And unfortunately, no sell signal. We have another pending sell signal right here. If this here closes, then we can possibly look for entry on the next one. Yeah, no problem, Brock. Brock said, Sean must be at Trustpilot with a 5-star rating. It's pretty high, but we always get like scammers or like people from other groups going to the group and leaving fake reviews. So unfortunately, it's probably like at a 4.5, not at a 5. This is because a long time ago, when I first started the group, we had these scammers who would come in and they would just leave fake reviews. Obviously, they were in a different trading group and they were just leaving fake reviews. And you know how that happens. It's always like competitors trying to put bad name out there. But that's why I started trading live, because you can't fake live trading, right? You can find a lot of signal providers and a lot of people can fake signals, but you can't fake live trading. Like live trading is it's literally real time. So if I make a mistake here, you guys will know the mistake I make. Or if I lose a trade, you guys know that I actually lose it. Everything here is done live. So I try to be as transparent as possible. Patrick said for the newbies, Sean trades pretty much like a human EA robot, very mechanical with rules built in to protect your equity. I learned that it's a better way to trade too since joining K 2 years ago. Yeah, Patrick, and I agree with you 100%. That's the whole point of having these requirements here. It's really trading very mechanical like a robot, right? Except you have control over it. So if you have discipline on point and you follow the requirements, it helps you become a lot more consistent because there's no guesswork. There's no gray area. Like if the requirements are met, you have an entry. If they're not met, then you don't have an entry. So yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you, Patrick, 100%. It's helped me become a great trader as well with my discipline. All right, we have this sell signal right there, guys. If we have price close above it, so if the candle closes above the pivots, this is going to be a variation scalp. The only problem here that you want to be careful for is the volatility. Since the market is kind of slowed down a bit, you want to be a bit careful with these entries because you don't want to get caught in a range, right? That you don't want to be trading when price is ranging sideways. So here we go with the retracement right here. We're just going to wait for it to correct back up. Once it corrects back up, we can take entry for a buy using the momentum scalp variation or the momentum scalp if we get a buy signal there. Let's take a look at all the other time frames. The 10-minute here is still bullish. As you guys can see, price is above the pivots, trend meters green. Pivots are angling up. Same with the 5-minute over here. Price is above the pivots, trend meters green. Pivots are angling up. So we have obviously a bullish trend here. Here on the 1-minute, we have price still above the pivots, trend meters green as well. So it's still bullish, but price is retracing down pretty hard right here. This is perfectly fine. You know, we were expecting the retracement to happen. It was due because price has been pushing up for so long. From this point down here, or even this point, this is the retracement area. So from right here, price has been pushing up about 1,500 pips. It was due for retracement. It had to retrace at some point. You can't keep pushing up forever and not come down at some point to retrace. So there we go, the retracement. If this does close back above, then we'll look for a buy. The one thing that you guys want to also be careful for is that we have news coming up right here at 7:30 in the next 3 minutes. So if this here is too close to news price, then you definitely want to wait a little bit because last thing you want to do is get caught in price spike due to the news. The news event today, let me check real quick, is natural gas storage. It shouldn't affect it too much, but it might affect it to some extent. So just be careful with that there. Nice. Camo caught 100 points. Nice for Camo. He bought in at about 33,080. He got in pretty good. It was around the same price as our breakout from earlier today, Camo. This one right here. Or you got in earlier, actually, maybe. But yeah, good entry on that there so far. All right, so I'm still watching the candles here. I need this to close above. Once it closes above, we can possibly have entry. But if we don't, then just got to wait for it. Let's see. PC said, I'm looking at your stats for the breakout 2.0 for non-confirming strategy. November 21 should be a win, not a loss, because breakout confirmation shows a win. Let me check real quick. 21st. Oh, you're right. Yeah, thanks for that, PC. Yeah, you know, I think when I got down to November over here, I was kind of getting lazy because I was going through every single entry right here. So that's why I kind of screwed these up a little bit. So this is actually a win. So the results here have to be adjusted a little bit. Looks like this would have been 8 and this would have been 6. Win rate would have been actually a little higher. So 8 plus 6, math sucks, 14. 8 divided by 14. It's actually a 57% win rate for that month. Thanks, BC. Yeah, so you guys can see I have two different with trend and without trend. Obviously, with trend is going to have higher quality entries, but you're going to have more entries without the trend. So if you want to do it by like a, numbers game, like you'll still be profitable. You can see over here, it was 88% win rate. So you actually had more wins here versus this one, 81. But you got to make sure you're taking every single trade if you're doing this one here. Like you can't be like, okay, I want to take these, and then some days I'm going to take these, because the last thing you want to do is have more losses here because you take riskier trades. Like for example, right here, for November, it had 100% win rate with the trend, and then 57% win rate. So last thing you want to do is take trades here. And then on some other days, you're like, okay, I'm going to take this trade here, and you have a loss, right? If you take this Monday trade, and then it screws up with your win percentage. So for me, I'm going to stick to this one right here. And if you guys want to do this one, I'd probably just stick to this one too. Just depends on which one you guys want to apply. They both work well though. All right, so we have news. I think news is right here. It's at 7:30, right? I don't know why this thing got moved over, but I believe news is right now, actually. You can see that it's not really pushing price out too much. This news event isn't really high impact. So it's all good. If this closes above, this will be a variation scalp, but we can't take it because it's on the news candle. This is the actual news candle. I wouldn't take this, guys, if you guys are looking to take it. This is a variation scalp, though. So this is a momentum scalp variation, but it's like literally on the news candle. So I'm not going to take this trade here. Unfortunately, if I get a actual momentum scalp, maybe I'll take that one, but not this first one. I know Will said it's crazy. The sell signal can't close. It's been so long since it did. Maddie says he's been trading with the 1, 5, and 10 for all entries. Gives him a better idea and confirmation of trades. Yeah, no, it helps a lot. Yeah, Maddie said he found himself too stuck on the 1 minute, so he figured he traded with all 3 time frames. Yeah, no, it's helpful, Maddie. So I recommend you do that as well. So all right, this momentum scalp variation is still running right here, guys. I'm looking for this. If this closes with a buy signal, then this will be an entry for a momentum scalp. But if it doesn't, then it's not. All right, so this momentum scalp variation is still running. If we get a buy signal here, this will be considered a momentum scalp entry. The volatility here is kind of dead though. So there we go. The variation just hit full TP. So if you guys take the momentum scalp variation right here, full TP, unfortunately, we couldn't take it because it was on the news candle. This is a momentum scalp entry, but if this candle is too big, we might have to skip it. Because if it retraces down, it might hit your stop loss before it reaches TP. Another thing that you guys want to be careful for here is that price is starting to range. And that's another red flag. When to avoid trading prices ranging. I have a lot of red flags here, I know that, but these red flags are here for a reason to protect your position. Sometimes I hate it myself that I have too many red flags, but it does help with, identifying your entries, whether they be good or bad. So we'll see where this goes. Patrick said, Sean, can you send the spreadsheet out, please? Or did I miss it? I'll send it out again, Patrick. Or I'll tag you in it. I think you should be in one of these here, I'm sure. Send it out on. There you go. I think you're this Patrick, right? Patrick Stevens. I just tagged you in it. Hopefully that's you. Nice. Yeah, so some of you guys here did catch the momentum scalp variation right there. So it looks like a lot of you guys here did lock in profits. All right, if this here closes with the buy signal, this is going to be a momentum scalp entry. It's going to be a little risky because, as I mentioned, price is in a range right here. But we'll see where this ends up closing. Yeah, so you guys want to wait for this candle to actually close, right? I had a mentoring session with Karen yesterday. She mentioned how she enters the trade a little too early. This is one of those candles. If it disappears, it's not going to be an entry. So you got to wait for it to actually close before making entry there. If anything, I might just enter it late if it doesn't actually close properly, because we want it to actually close with the buy signal in order for you to take this entry here. So you got to wait for the very last second for it to close. I wouldn't enter it early because you know what happens sometimes at the last couple of seconds. So let me see where this is at. All right, I was waiting for it to close. So I'm gonna see if I can make a late entry here. Let's see where this is at. I need to set an alert there to let me know. When it pushes up. See where this entry came up at. I can't tell if it hit TP already because looks like it might have been a little late. Just watching it right here. I think it might have hit CP already, so I had to pull out. Yeah, no problem, Patrick. Volatility here is kind of dead. So I think if you guys pulled out already, it's great because I think it already hit TP, guys. If you guys can see right here, it actually blasted right through it, and then it kind of just retraced. So if you guys pulled out, great. The volatility here is just very, very low. You don't want to get caught in these positions holding on to it for too long. All right, let me see if there's anything else here playing out. Let me check the other time frames. Everything here is still pretty bullish though. So looking over here on the 10, it's bullish, 5 is bullish, 1 minute also bullish. So hopefully you guys pulled out with profit already on this trade because this trade here is starting to pull back a little bit. See, Fern said he caught it with the wrong lot size. Did you catch it with a small or big one? But hopefully you pulled out with profit already. Yeah, because that thing already hit TP, but the thing is, the problem with it was that we waited a little too late for entry, and then you just have to pull out early with it before you get caught in any of this here. See if there's anything else here that I can catch. So it's getting close to 8 o'clock, guys. So the volatility is starting to die down a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to have any other entries because I really took one right here. So I'm kind of just waiting for anything here to confirm before we take anything else. It looks like price kind of reached a plateau at the top. See if there's anything else here to look for. So I'm just waiting for another entry, guys, if we could find one, but I don't think we're going to get another one here. The volatility is just too dead. So that range that let me go back over here. So the range that I drew earlier over here, you guys can see that when price starts to range like this, it becomes a bad time to make entry because it just starts to go sideways for a while. Right? A lot of sideways movement. Not really much of opportunity to really take anything else. Because it just starts going sideways for like the entire time. So like, for example, here, if this thing just keeps going sideways, there's just not gonna be anything for us to take. So I'll just give an update here on the group, guys, for this. Hopefully you guys all pulled out in profit already. I pulled out when price is starting to move around. When it's starting to bounce around the top right there, I was like, okay, it's time to pull out because it already hit TP. I don't want to get caught in it for too long. Looks like it's pushing back up. So if you guys didn't get out of it, looks like you'll have another opportunity to get out of it as price continues to push up. It's still bullish though, so I was looking to see if we could maybe find one more entry. It looks like all you guys here posted your profits already too. So Maria over here posted her profits. Let's see. She is up 166 for the day. Nice work right there, Maria. So Maria pulled out of that trade right there, full TP. Great work, Maria. Scrolling down further. We got Will over here, total profit of 290 for the day. Nice work, Will. So yeah, looks like whoever took the trade, this one right here already pulled out in profit, so that's good. Patrick over here, currently up 3,165 for the day. Nice work, Patrick. Maddie said quick scalp just hit. Nice work, Maddie. Yeah, I'm not taking that. That's a little too risky for me, but glad to see it hit it for you. Rashid over here as well. Rashida is currently up 1,197 for the day. Nice work, Rashida. Yeah, great work right there. All wins, no losses. 1,197. We got Nelly over here as well. Nelly's up 1,800 for the day. He took the same trade. Looks like all you guys here who took the trade with me off this one already get your full TP, or either pulled out early. So I can see here Nelly might have pulled out a little early. He's up 850 and 950 right here. Should have been 1,000, but it's okay. Either you hit some slippage or you just pulled out early, which is fine. The main key here is that you guys lock in profit off this specific trade because this was a little bit of a risky trade. I mentioned before because price was ranging. Wasn't horrible, but also wasn't the best because you definitely don't want to take trades and prices ranging like that. Maddie over here as well. So Maddie over here, all wins, no losses for today so far. Total profit of 4,092 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. I'm gonna take this off right here so you guys don't think we're still in the position. Just want to make sure you guys have pulled out of that already so far. Barack over here, thanks, Sean. Yeah, no, definitely. Kevin over here. Kevin's up to 18,066 off his accounts right here. Nice work. Kevin took that trade with us as well. And then his second account over here, total profit, or his account again, total profit of 20,051 for the day. Nice work, Kevin. As you guys can see, US30 is not really moving anymore. It's basically going sideways. So this is not a good time to make any entries. So I think if you guys have any questions, I'll answer whatever questions you guys have, but I don't think I'm going to be making any more entries unless price breaks out of this range because it's literally just ranging now. And it's not really worth the risk, right? If you guys end up holding on to any positions here. I do think price will continue up. It's going to have to retrace a little bit, but this range might just continue to, obviously bounce around a bit before it provides any ability for it to start moving directional. Nice. Yeah, so here's a trial that Kevin did for FTMO, and he already passed it within like 1 day. Nice. Yeah, solid work right there, Kevin. Practice always helps, guys. So it doesn't matter if you guys are on your real account, personal account, FTMO, MFF, anything. Practice will make perfect. So like Kevin over here, he's already good as is, but he's been playing with his trial right here because he's done trading for the year. He just passed another challenge right there. So nice work. Nice work, Kevin. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, nice work, Maddie. Yeah, so Maddie's done for the day, logging 4,092 for the day. All right, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think I caught all those. Yeah, I think we're good. So we still have a couple minutes till 8, guys. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I'm still here to help you guys out if you guys have anything that you guys want me to cover for you. But just let me know, because I'm here to answer whatever questions you guys have. I'm not going to enter any more trades because price is ranging pretty heavy right now. I don't see much direction happening anytime soon. So I'm probably just going to hold off on making any other entries here. There's possibly going to be another variation scalp here, but not one that I, really want to take. We have a sell signal there. So if price does close above the pivots, possible variation scalp. But, as I mentioned, kind of a risky area to be trading because this range here is not really causing much movement. If you measure the candles here, there's not much movement here at all. It's like 100 pips, which is not worth the risk, right? Because your TP is 100 pips. You need to have enough to cover the spread. So you really need about 150 pips like that. And you can see the volatility here is very dead. So in order for you to get that push to get your TP, it's going to be difficult. You might be caught in the position for a while. Let's see. Yeah, Pat said Kevin with a max loss of 228, profit of 20K bananas. I know, right? He killed it on that one, on that trial account. Let's see. Will is asking, do you consider the resistance there was above your TP in that area? Possibly. It was kind of close to it, but yeah, no, I could see this area here that you would consider the resistance. That's why I don't like trading in a range, Will. So like you can see that the range here was already drawn up. That's why I already knew this was resistance. And I was like, okay, I got to pull out of this position because it's not looking too good. It's going to have to push past the resistance to actually hit. I don't really put too much attention to it because these types of trades are like, their momentum. So like if there's momentum there, it's going to blast through the resistance if there's really momentum behind the push. But the problem with this here is that price was ranging super heavy. So like this is the same example right here, right? Well, this is the same thing that you just mentioned, right? The resistance right there. So this trade over here would have gone close to the resistance that you would have identified. But if the momentum is there, it's going to blast right through it. So I don't really put too much consideration on resistance. I mean, yeah, it's good to have a confluence there, but you don't want it to psych you out to avoid a trade, right? Because like and you can see here, so this is the resistance that we we're just talking about. See how this candle right here blasted right through it? That's what I'm talking about. Like this could have happened right here as well. So even though you had your resistance right there, this could easily just spike right past it. So I don't really put too much consideration on there. I mean, yeah, it's good to look at, but if you trust the position, you just got to take it and let it run. And that's typically what I do because I have momentum behind it. So I'm like, okay, if this is going to push up, it's going to push up at least enough to hit my TP. And it did that right here. So it didn't do it right here, but it did do it right here. See, Medusa, possible momentum, scalp variation. Yeah, I wouldn't take the variation there. I do if it comes up. Or maybe if it comes up from here, possibly, because there's more space here to take entry. The volatility is very low though, so I don't know if I would really want to take it. Possibly, let's see. But yeah, there's another momentum scalp variation that's coming up here if it does close above. Because I could possibly see, some sort of correction happening here. But the way that the candles are moving here, not really the type of candles I want to take. Like if I see a big push, if this here push is above it kind of strong, like there's not like, it's not wicking off it like this, right? If I see it push up pretty strong and then it ends up closing right here with like a pretty strong candle, then at that point, yeah, maybe I think about it. But you can see from this point, it's wicking directly off it. So candle movement right now is not good at all. Yeah, exactly. Patrick said that last trade was totally about entry. I got in late at a better price and TP hit. But if you got in 1 pip late, you're probably still in or hit stop loss. Yeah, and I agree with you 100%, Patrick. That's why I waited for the retracement. So we actually got in around the same time, which is perfect. It like literally like barely hit a TP. And then I was mentioning that, if you were still in the position, you should pull out, because if you didn't get good entry, you get caught at that top area right there where price started to swing back down. Thanks, Madhu. We have a sell signal on the 5. So there's no longer any opportunities to take momentum scalps, because in order for us to take a momentum scalp, we need to have a buy signal over here, which we do not have. So I think this might be it for the session, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. The reason why I'm saying this might be it for the session is because we need to have a buy signal here to take an entry on the 1 minute, right? So unless we have a buy signal come up within the next 2 minutes, which I don't think is going to happen, we're probably not going to have an entry, because we only have 10 minutes left, and each 5-minute candle is going to be an opportunity for us to get the buy signal, which is probably not going to happen, right? So just an FYI, I don't think we're going to have any more entries here. Hopefully you guys locked in good profits for today. Everyone here did pretty solid. I mean, looking at everyone's profits here so far, everyone did good. C-Soup here is currently up 9,911 for the day. Took his odd CHF trade pre-market, and then he took his US30 trades this morning as well. So nice work right there, C-Soup, with that win. If there's any more profits, feel free to post them up. Just a reminder, I do post up everyone's profits at the end of the session. So if you guys want to be showcased on the profits for the day, just post up your profits, and then I'll add them to the list to be listed today. So we have a pretty good amount of profits for today. C-Soup with 9,000 for the day. Kevin here with 20,000 for the day. Maddie over here, 4,000 for the day. Anelli over here, 1,800 for the day. Rashida up 1,100 for the day. Patrick up 3,100 for the day, etc. Right? We have a lot of profits here. Will 200 for the day. Maria 166 for the day. Maddie again over here 2,800. Ross 9,233. Jack over here up 5,200 for the day. A lot of profits for the day, guys. So if you guys have any more profits to post up, just feel free to send them up, and then I'll post them up in the on the page later as we continue on with the rest of this trading week. So there's possibly a momentum scalp variation here again. This is not going to be a regular momentum scalp, a possible variation, because it lines up with the criteria. I'm not taking this position here, but I just wanted to show you guys, because I already showed you guys that my criteria is kind of off. So yeah, the difference with the variation is that it doesn't require that you have momentum on all the time frames. It's preferred though. If you do have momentum all the time frames, odds of it pushing up higher are very likely. So you have a better probability of winning if you have that all lined up here, but it's not required. I mean, price is still ranging here, so it's still not a good area for me to want to trade in. This is kind of what I was showing you guys earlier. I was mentioning, okay, if we get a variation down here, it's kind of better to catch it at a lower price point, because it'll push up there, but also there's news price right here. So this is another red flag. So actually not a good trade to take. For one, the other momentums aren't lining up. For two, price is ranging. And then also, I just realized the news price is right there. When to avoid trades when price is near news price, which it's obviously touching right there. Let's see. Madhu's asking, but a green candle closing over the pivots on the 5-minute would be a momentum scalp variation, or was it a different strategy you said people were looking at on the 5-minute? So on the 5-minute, what people were applying was the high-low quick scalp, Madhu. But from Maddie's experience and other people too, the same strategy that we applied the momentum scalp people have been applying it on other time frames too. So you can apply it on the 5 if you want. You just got to change up your time frames, right? So Maddie here applies it on the 10-minute. So you can see here, there's actually momentum scalp here on the 10-minute, right? There's a buy signal right here on the bottom. And then you would just check to make sure it's bullish, on the 30-minute and 1 hour as well. If you have that there, you can possibly take the entry. Same with sells here. You could look for sells. I mean, this is Asia session, so obviously I wouldn't take a trade there, but this is during New York yesterday. So if you guys saw New York session yesterday on the 28th, this is one that Maddie's actually looking at and he's been playing around with. Right here, sell signal right there is on the 28th. Sell signal right here. And then I think another sell, well, not sell signal, but sell trend. So you can see that this strategy here on the 10-minute also works. So if you wanted to use a momentum scalp here, all you would do is have a different TP stop loss, right? A bigger one, which is typically 500. This is kind of okay too, because you can do it for a 1-to-1, which is actually a lot better. So like, for example, here, sell, we have a downtrend, 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 sell momentum, sell momentum, sell momentum. You go for 500 pips here. This happened at about 10 o'clock yesterday on the 10-minute time frame. You let the trade run and full TP. So you have a better risk reward here. I mean, these trades won't come up as often. So, I mean, it just really depends on like what you want to apply, right? Madhu, you can apply it on the 5, you can apply it on the 10. If you're to apply it on the 5, you would probably want to use the 5-minute. Let me just change this a little bit. I mean, you have to play around with it to figure out what's your sweet spot, but I think 5-minute, 10-minute, and then possibly 15 would be good because you're looking for like these quicker movements, right? So like, for example, here. So you got the 15 here, which is bullish. You have the 10 here that's bullish. The 5-minute over here also bullish. You got the buy signal right there. You have that set up. Your TP stop loss here would probably be 25.50, 1-to-2. So this is actually even better too. It's just the trades won't come up as often. 25.50. You let the trade run, and obviously eventually it does hit TP. So you can use it on whatever you like. I just haven't personally tested it myself on the 5 and the and any of the other time frames. So I can't really say like, hey, Madhu, do this, right? Because I don't want to give you I don't want to point you in a direction and then you end up eating a loss because it hasn't been tested. So this strategy, I think, works really good with pretty much whatever you want to trade. This is the same setup that I use for the Forex trades. So for the USD CHF trade right here that I called last night, Madhu, on the 1 hour, right? I use the 1 hour, 4 hour, and 8 hour. Everything here is bearish, bearish, sell signal, sell signal, sell signal here on the 1. And that's what I took. So I'm literally just applying the same strategy on everything. So that's why I think this is the best one to apply during our live sessions or just in general. The variation right here hit full TP, guys. So if you guys took it, full TP. If you guys didn't, it's great. It would have been considered risky anyways. So if you guys took it, great. If you didn't, it's okay. Nice. Okay, so yeah, Madhu said it's running right now. Took it on his demo, looking nice so far. Solid. Yeah, no, that's good. So that's a smart move too. What Madhu's doing here is that when he's done trading on his own personal accounts, he goes on a demo account if he wants to keep trading. That's what you guys can do as well. If you guys want to make sure that you don't take any dumb trades on your actual account, just do it on a demo account, right? There's no need to really risk anything unnecessary when you can just trade on a demo, especially if you're not confident about the position. Maddie's in GC right now. GC or GU, Maddie? GC, are you talking about GBP CAD? Oh, CHF. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you can apply this on like literally anything. So that's cool. I'll look at the major pairs here to see if there's any entries for us, but I don't think there's anything that's going to come up anytime soon. I've been just focusing on the major pairs. They've been a lot more smoother than the other ones. Let's see. Dark Ghost said, that was a nice live. Thanks for having me. Going to watch all the videos on YouTube. I found someone who's not full of crap with past trades. Have a nice day. Yeah, definitely, Darko. I'll see you here in the next lives. And glad to have you on board with us here. Hey, Samuel, how's it going? Yeah, hopefully you locked in some good profit too, Samuel. Man, you really came up yesterday with that trade, the one that we were talking about. I still remember the one where you were like, you took the sell, then you were thinking about getting rid of it. I mean, you came up on it, but you know who really came up on it was Deswell. Deswell, like, he locked in such a crazy profit off that. I think he locked in like 20K yesterday because he took the trade when I mentioned like hold on to the position. And Deswell actually locked in, where's his profits? Yeah, he locked in 20,000 off that move. He basically was waiting for yours to play out. And then he caught at the very top and then just rode that thing down. It's crazy. Some more profits here from Deswell. So let's see, Deswell for today, he said not bad for a Thursday, locked in a total profit of 2,814 for the day. Nice work, Deswell. All right, cool. If you guys have any more profits to send in, or if you guys have any questions, feel free to pop your questions in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up. It's about to be 8 o'clock right now, so I'm done with my trading for the day. If you guys do want to continue trading, I recommend either trade on a demo account or take smaller lot sizes, because you're probably going to see some unusual price movement from now till the end of the session, because price is ranging pretty heavy right here. You guys can see the range. It's not really doing too much, just going back and forth. So not exactly the best time to like take anything out of the norm. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up. It's about to be 8 o'clock. We have news at 8 o'clock anyway, so we're not going to hang on any longer. But yeah, man, it's been a pretty good week so far, guys. Just one win for today. I don't know why this thing here didn't load up. But yeah, I just had one win for today, and then that's about it for now. All right, Nick, we'll see you here tomorrow. All right, guys, so I think that's it for today. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. If you guys are new here and you guys want access to my strategies and my indicators, just go to our website, kodikaitrades.com. Click on unlock your free access right here. And this will bring you to this page where you can get access to the free intro course and just get access to pretty much everything there, all of the Telegram channels, access to me directly. And if you guys want to check out the YouTube, feel free to check out the YouTube here. If you guys haven't already and you guys are just on the YouTube, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I go live about 1 or 2 times a day. If I have a mentoring session, I'll be on during that time. And then I usually trade live every morning, Monday through Friday. So if you guys have if you subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notifications, YouTube will email you every time I go live. So you won't miss anything. If I ever go live for a mentoring session, you want to learn something, just go on the mentoring session, the email will be sent out, and then same with the live trading sessions. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for now. Hopefully everyone had a great trading week so far and a great trading week today. We had pretty much nothing but wins for this entire week. So, all right, guys, other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the next live session as we officially close out the trading week for the 2022 year. So other than that, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. As